Okay guys, today we're going to talk about factor pairs and all the different ways to find them and use them. So first of all, when you're trying to find common factors, we'll start with that. Common factors. Common factors are factors that two different numbers have in common. For example, if I gave you the numbers 20 and I gave you the number 40, and I wanted to know what were all the common factors of 20 and 40. The first thing I would do is I would list all the factors of 20. I have 1 times 20, I have 2 times 10, 3 does not go into 20, I have 4 times 5, and I stop at 5 because when the table repeats, we don't go any further. So I stop here. So there's all my factors of 20. For 40, I have 1 and 40, 2 and 20, 3 does not go into 40, 4 and 10, 5 and 8. Does 6 go into 40? Nope. 7 does not go into 40, and I stop at 8 because my numbers are repeating. So now I need to find the common factors. Now you know the word common means the ones that they have the same. And factors are the numbers we multiply. So what numbers do they multiply that are the same? Well, I have a common factor of 1. I have a common factor of 2. I have a common factor of 4. I have a common factor of 5. I have a common factor of 10. And I have a common factor of 20. So when listing all of those common factors, I would say the common factors are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Those are all my common factors for the numbers 20 and 40. Now another word that you will hear used besides just common factors is the greatest common factor. And the word you'll hear us use in class is GCF. What is the greatest common factor of two different numbers? Now obviously we know common means they have it in common. We know factors means the numbers they multiply. So obviously the greatest would mean they want us to list the biggest one that they both have in common. And in this number, the greatest common factor would be 20. It's the largest number that both of them have. So let's look at another example of listing common factors. Let's find the common factors of 30 and let's do 35. So first we're going to list our common factors of 30. We have 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10. Does 4 go into 30? Nope. 5 times 6. And then we're going to stop at 6 because when our table repeats, we're done. Then I have to list the common factors of 35. 1 and 35. 2 and 2 does not go in there. So we know that 2 doesn't go in, so we look at 3. Well, how do I see if 3 goes in? Because I don't know my 3's all the way up to 35. Well, I know my 3 rule. Let me add my digits. 3 plus 5 is 8. Does 3 go into 8? No. So 3 does not go into 35. Then I think about 4. Well, I know 7 times 4 is 28. 8 times 4 is 32. And 9 times 4 is 35. No. 9 times 4 is 36, so no, we can't use 4. Then I have 5, and I know that 7 times 5 is 35. I know 6 doesn't go into 35, and 7 repeats. So when it repeats, we stop. So now let's find the common factors. Okay. So first of all, we're going to look for our common factors. We obviously have 1. 1 is always a common factor of every number. Not 2, not 3, not 6, not 10, not 15, and not 30. So there is a 5 though. Can't forget the 5. So we have the common factors of 1 and 5. And then our GCF, or our greatest common factor, would be the largest of those two common factors, which would be 5. This will come into a really handy when we start reducing fractions and comparing and ordering fractions as well. But this really helps us with identifying the factors that numbers have in common so that we can see how easily they can be divided.